Mike makes $200,000 a year. He has a nice car, a nice apartment, a job people respect. By almost any measure, Mike is doing well. So why does Mike feel like he's falling behind? A year ago, Mike got promoted. Big raise. He felt unstoppable for about 2 weeks. Then he went to a coworker's housewarming party. Nice place. Bigger than his. Better view. Mike didn't say anything, but something in him quietly deflated. A few weeks later, another coworker pulled up in a brand new car. Mike still liked his own car until that moment. Then his old college roommate posted vacation photos. White sand. Blue water. The caption said something about no bad days. Mike closed the app and sat there for a second, feeling something he couldn't quite explain. He had more money than he'd ever had in his life, and somehow he felt behind. Here's the strange part. Mike didn't lose any money. His raise didn't disappear. His job didn't get worse. Nothing about his actual financial situation changed. What changed was what he was looking at. Mike wasn't measuring his life against his own life from a year ago when he had less. He was measuring it against the people around him right now in this exact moment. And by that measurement, he kept losing. This is the part most people never notice about money. It's not really about how much you have. It's about who you're standing next to when you count it. There's a concept in psychology called social comparison theory. The basic idea is simple. Humans don't have a built-in scale for enough. We don't wake up and think, I have exactly the right amount of money, status, or success. Instead, our brains figure out where we stand by comparing ourselves to other people. This isn't a character flaw. It's not something wrong with Mike. It's how the human brain has always worked. Thousands of years ago, comparison helped people survive. If you were falling behind your group, less food, less protection, lower standing, that was dangerous. So the brain evolved to constantly scan, where do I rank? The problem is that same wiring still runs today, except now, instead of comparing yourself to 20 people in your village, you're comparing yourself to your coworkers, your neighbors, your old classmates, and thousands of strangers online, all showing you their best moments. Your brain doesn't know the difference between someone slightly ahead of me and an entire curated highlight reel. It just sees they have more, and that registers as a threat to your position. So even when your life objectively improves, if the people around you seem to be improving faster, your brain still sounds the alarm. Here's where it gets even trickier. Once Mike's income went up, the people he compared himself to changed too. When he made less money, he wasn't thinking about people with beach houses. He was thinking about people at his own level. But the moment his income increased, his brain quietly moved the goalposts. New income bracket, new comparison group. Now he's not comparing himself to where he used to be. He's comparing himself to people who are further ahead than he's ever been. This is why raises so often don't feel like raises. The moment you level up, your brain recalibrates who normal is, and it picks people slightly above you. There's no finish line here because the comparison always resets. You could triple your income, and if the people around you also triple theirs, you'd feel exactly the same amount of behind as before. It's not that Mike is ungrateful, it's that his brain was never designed to register enough. It was designed to register relative to who. And this is the moment where the whole thing clicks. The problem was never that Mike didn't have enough money. The problem is that his brain was measuring the wrong thing entirely. He thought he was chasing a number, a salary, a savings account, a lifestyle, but he wasn't actually chasing a number. He was chasing other people's position, which keeps moving because they're chasing someone else's position too. Everyone is running the same race, glancing sideways at each other, and nobody ever crosses the finish line because the finish line is a person, not a place. So what actually helps here? Not stop caring about money, not just be grateful. Those are easy to say and hard to feel. The real shift is this. Stop letting your sense of enough be defined by people you happen to be standing next to. That means noticing when a feeling of falling behind isn't really about your life. It's about a comparison your brain made automatically without asking you first. It means measuring your progress against your own starting point, not against someone else's highlight reel. Mike didn't need a bigger house to feel like he had enough. He needed to stop letting other people's houses set the definition of enough for him. Getting richer was never going to fix how Mike felt because the feeling wasn't coming from his bank account. It was coming from the person he happened to be looking at. You don't feel poor because of what you have. You feel poor because of who you're comparing yourself to.